Good morning, my wonderful friends. Megas with you on a beautiful day in Asha, and you guys don't even know what you're in for. My friends, last night I had a visitation from Spirit, and it was so powerful, so beautiful. It was love. And my friends, this love, it's overwhelming to the senses, but on the most beautiful level, my friends. There's so much love, and where tears just stream down your face because you're in that presence of God, of good. And Spirit was just speaking to my heart. And my friends, I'm going to prophesy to you guys. I'm going to speak to you the words of God, of truth, of Asha, the perfect creator's perfect idea. You know, I promised you guys when I made this channel that you would learn the magic of the Magi, that you would learn the miracles of Jesus, that you would learn to live in that place in Asha. And we're going to start that right now like we've never done before. And I want you to understand this as we get started, the difference from magic and miracles. I was using certain vernacular that is accepted here in the West so that people wouldn't shut me off. But when I use the word miracle, people already have a preconceived idea of what that means. A miracle is when you need someone to come save you. Maybe you have sickness in your body. Maybe you're on the edge of absolute disaster and you need a miracle to happen, something to sweep in and save you. My friends, that's not where we're meant to live as children of God. We're meant to live in magic. We need to get out ahead of it. Magic is, I am divine, life and death cannot enter. I am divine, health and sickness and disease dies when it touches me. Everything I do is blessed. Everything I lay my hand to is blessed. Me, my children, my land, my animals is protected. We're not begging for a miracle. We're living in that magic. That's the magic of the Magi. The difference from prayer and spells. Prayer, we have a preconceived idea that it's begging. We're asking for something. Spells, we're decreeing and declaring it as though it is. I am divine health. I am divine life. My children are protected. My friends, we're speaking our spells. And you know what? I haven't been using that right vernacular because I didn't want to run off certain people. And my God, I saw something this morning, guys. I saw that the shift has already taken place. It happened on 12/21. We've been talking about it for years, and it finally happened. And that's why I was losing my voice, my friends, because I'm trying to speak to people that can't hear my frequency. They can't hear my words, but I was sure they could, because it seemed so reasonable. It made so much sense. But as I was speaking to these people and I'm able to look into their eyes, I'm seeing they're not registering it, my friends. And so I thought I need to pour more passion into it. I need to have more volume. And that's why I'm walking around with a bag full of throat lozenges, because I'm pouring everything I have out of my throat. And Spirit told me, stop. They can't hear you. Speak to the ones I have given you. And that's what we're going to do, my friends. And I need to apologize to you guys, really, because as I look at it honestly, I have people that follow me that are very rich, very successful in the world, and I was wanting their approval. It's true. I wanted them to tell me good job. I wanted them to think I was doing a good job, my friends. And so I was making my message where it would fit their ears. But that comes to an end today, my friends, because they can't hear me. Those people, this is the funny thing, it's all about identity. And they were fine with the identity that was religious, with the identity that was fine with hating, warring, and killing. They were fine with the identity, that self-image that wasn't perfect but forgiven, that would drink with them because, hey, Jesus turned water into wine. Well, they were fine with that identity that was a patriot, a soldier, a warring person that would go in and kill men, women, and children. Fine with the stories that were in our text. My friends, they are fine with that, but here's what they're not fine with. They're not fine with the one that says, no, that's not who I am. I'm good. I'm love. War is wrong. Hating is wrong. Anger is wrong. They're not okay with that, my friends. And I'll tell you why. There was a conflict taking place inside of me. Think about that. Why was there a conflict? It's because it didn't line up with my God mind. Realize this, my friends. Here's what God spoke to me. You come from me. You are my thought. You are my child. You are the chosen. The reason you're the chosen, because I chose you to be me. Before you even incarnated into the earth, we were one. He knew me intimately. We were one before I even came to this earth. And I came with that God mind in me, that divine spark, that Fravashi inside of me. And everything, my friends, that was fighting me, the war, the anger, the different stories of going and killing men, women, and children in the way that was acceptable as being a Christian, that didn't work for me. When I was in Bible college, my friends, I was always getting in trouble because I was standing up and saying, that doesn't sound right, that doesn't sound good, that doesn't sound God. My friends, and they don't like that identity that doesn't just shut up and listen to what they're telling you. Don't question them. Don't embarrass me. Don't rock the boat. They're fine with that identity, but they couldn't handle my true identity. And you either line up with them or they kick you out, my friends. And so I think we have to get to a point where we realize, who do we want to be? Do we want to be our true selves? We need to get back to our original mind, the God mind. And so we've taken on identities. Are you guys staying with me? Don't leave me. Please stay with me through this, my friends. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask you to do something right now. I want you to commit. And I'll tell you what, if you will commit to me to do what I ask you to do, by the end of this series, you will work in magic and miracles, my friends, but you have to do it. So what I want you to do right now is you're going to hit pause and you're going to go to the comments and you're going to tell me, Magus, I'm with you. I'm going to do what you asked me to do. And the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to stay to the end of this video. So go right now, and I'm going to know who's with me. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, at the end of this series, I'm going to look at every name that is there, that have done everything I told them to do up to this point. And then I'm going to give you the secret, my friends. I'm going to, all through history, the secret to magic and miracles has kind of been hidden in stories, hidden in myth, hidden in analogies. I'm going to give it to you straight, my friends, so you cannot miss it, but only to the ones that do what I ask them to do. So you're going to have to ask yourself, am I truly a prophet of God? Am I trustworthy? Have what I've told you up to this point changed your life for the better? Then, my friends, I'm going to ask you to, so the first thing I'm going to ask you to do, go to the comments and tell me I'm with you. And the first thing I'm asking is that you stay with me to the end of this video. And then I'm looking at your name. And we're going to do this in every teaching. And then the ones that were there every time putting their name in, I'm with you and I did it. Then I'm going to give you the secret, my friends. God has an original identity, the God mind, that is your Fervashi, your divine spark. That's who you are, your identity. We can get lost from outside influences. We lose our identity that way. We take on an outside identity. Our true identity is God good. We're one with God good. Love, peace, joy, power, and freedom. But we take on outside identities from as simple as our job and work, right? You're a doctor. You put on a doctor uniform. You're a firefighter. You put on a firefighter uniform. Whatever your occupation, right? You dress the part, you think the part, you take on that identity. My friends, I'll tell you the scariest one is when we take on the identity of the world religions, where you say, I'm a Catholic, I'm a Jew, I'm a Muslim. You take on that world religion identity. And I'll tell you why that's the scariest, my friends, because it's not your true identity. My friends, the evil spirits have taken over the world religions to keep you bound. And that's why when you join those world religions, you feel attacked. I remember the pastor telling everyone, well, now that you've joined the church and their lives are falling apart and they're miserable and attacked by demons, he said, that's a good sign, because that means you're a threat to the enemy, and now that's why he's attacking you. Absolute lies. When you come into God good, evil spirit can't enter. When you come into light, darkness can't come in. When you come into divine life and divine health and divine peace and divine joy, its opposite can't come in that environment, my friends. You've been lied to, and they keep you bound. And so you join this religion. You're brought up as a child, and they're telling you, these people, these priests are going to take you to God, and they bind you, and they lock you in a personal hell in your own mind, my friends. And today, you can break free. And so, we're going to do something a little different today, guys. I want you to grab your book, Asha, and go to the first page. We're going to read it the way it's written together out loud, and then we're going to personalize it. And we're going to go through all of Asha. And then at the end of this series, I'm going to give you the secret to magic if you do what you're told. And please don't take that. It's not an arrogant thing at all, my friends. But there's a blessing that comes when you obey the prophet. My friends, I've been through this. I'm 50 years old. I've been studying this since I was a child. I've shared the stories with you from before elementary school and then all the way up through school. I've been preaching, my friends. I know what I'm talking about here. So I need you to listen and let me guide you in this. Read out loud with me. It says, realize you are from good spirit. Now say that. Made of good spirit, and will return to good spirit. When you understand this, your vibration rises. You become a mighty spiritual force, creating in the plastic medium of energy. Did you say that out loud? If you didn't say it out loud, my friends, you're not going to get the power of the magic at the end of this series. You have to do it. An action has to take place. Right? Faith without works is dead. Zoroastrian talks about action. Jesus talks about action. And action has to take place. It has to go beyond mental assent to taking action. Now we're going to personalize it. Say, I realize I am from good spirit. I am made of good spirit. You should be getting chills right now in your body. And I will return to good spirit. I understand this, and my vibration is rising. I have become a mighty spiritual force, creating in the plastic medium of energy. Do you feel that, my friends? I know you do. Turn the page. I am God's thought. Repeat that after me. I am God's thought. Do you all have Asha? If you don't have it yet, go to Blurb Books. It's BLURB, and put in Asha by Winston Head, and you can read the whole book for free through Blurb. But I do ask you to get the book. It's Asha by Winston Head, available at Amazon. But you can get the whole thing for free, and you can read along with me there, right there on your phone, tablet, whatever. Say this with me after me. I am God's thought. I live in God's idea. Perfection. What else could a perfect creator have but a perfect idea of you and this world? That's truth. That's the real above all real, my friends. The whole universe vibrates with expectant energy, for God is with child, creative thought. And all throughout the celestial palace, the prospect of ever-expanding good radiates brilliant and bright with joy, is the highest principle of good, shines the light of observance on the dark waves, and that is the plastic medium of creation. And in conformity to law, the wise Lord's highest desire was focused into form, young, timeless, and beneficial to all. This is the beginning of magic, my friends. This is the beginning of speaking the spells, decreeing and declaring it, and it is. I'm going to ask you to pray with me, my friends. There's a power in praying a prayer that has been prayed for thousands of years by millions of people. There's an energy in it. And this is what you're going to start to learn. Magic and spells work through energy. And there's a lot of energy in our ancient prayers. So please pray with me. Hashem vohu, vashastem esti, ushta esti, ushta amai, yatashai, vestai Hashem. Bless you, my wonderful friends. I'll see you for part 2.